Here we go. It's time to check the levels. It's time to check the levels. It's time to check the mic. It's time to check the levels. The doctor is in. What's going on, Greg? Okay. I think that'll work. All right. Time to continue the adventure of Smoogle. I'm ready. My body is ready. I changed my setup a little bit here on the side. Feeling they're probably going to go ahead and beat it. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to make it. We're going to do it. The shadow will only yield to one with the Eye of Truth. I'm ready to go. Man, I woke up this morning not feeling super hot today, but we're gonna beat this game anyway. I'm feeling nice and chill, but you know, we're gonna do it. We're gonna beat it. We're gonna go. I got the Muppet theme song stuck in my head. Yup. I've never understood how close I'm supposed to put the bombs. Like, I get it, but, like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Okay. I also really like the model for the Gibdos. Just something about it. Like, I like a good mummy to begin with. But just these, like, low poly mummies. I don't know. There's something really nice about them. I think they look quite nice. I put a gain audio filter on my my audio input. So if it's if I sound like too loud and like the music doesn't sound loud enough or whatever, just let me know. They're good, but you bring them home to mom? Absolutely not. I would never bring a Gibdo home to my mother. Mostly because she'd be like, "The fuck are you doing? The fuck is this Gibdo doing in here, dog?" I'd be like, "Look, Ma, you don't understand. The Gibdo and I are in love." And the Gibdo would go, "Hmm." And then it would scream, and I would go, "Huh." It'd be a bad time. Just like a real bad time. So I discovered during a randomizer that you don't actually need a hook shot to get that silver rupee right there. You can jump off of this thing, and as long as you have the hover boots, you can roll across the air and get a hold of it. And it was super convenient. Oh, my nose itches. Ow, my legs. How are you doing today, Greg? What's going on, man? What you got happening, Captain? Oh, hey, I thought he was further down. I changed the aspect ratio slightly of my screen, and it just looks really nice on this end. I just really like it. It reminds me of playing it as a kid. Hey you. Fuck you. Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. I can do that. We're close to go mode. Go where? I am unsure as to what go mode is. She Majora's Mask all week, 7 hours a day, so it's been wearing me out. I feel that. I am. When I went to Twitch, I couldn't find your channel. I was gonna give you a follow back, but I couldn't find you. I think after I beat this, I think I might play Majora's Mask if you're interested. Because I quite fucking like that game. Come on, y'all. Randomized turn. We need to get more items. Just start beating boss and get to the end. Oh, I see. See, I'm still relatively new to the randomizer thing. So like I don't know a whole lot about the terms and stuff. I just am like I know the term check, and that's basically it. Stream on YouTube under a completely different name. Appreciate that. Well, you know, like I don't believe in follow for follow culture. But you seemed cool, so I wanted to give you a follow back and support you. Can I hit this keys now? Boom. Motherfucking Gotti. Come here, you. Chalk. Oh, hey, what's going on, Warmaster? How you doing, man? Got a bundle of arrows. Oh, weird. I don't. Okay, so this is gonna sound really like not nice or not cool. I didn't realize that Warpmaster was the one that sent that thing about go mode, because for some reason you guys have the same colored names, and so I didn't read the name because it normally gives everybody a different colored name. So I apologize for that. That was my B. I missed. Doing good, trying to end the work week. I feel that, dog. I absolutely feel that. I just got a new job myself that I start on Wednesday. Chop. 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 And I'm not looking forward to it. Hold on, I need the warp. I need the hover boots. Also, Warpmaster. I'm playing vanilla at the moment because I did so many randomizer seeds that I couldn't beat, and it was really starting to eat at me. Ouch. I am GW Gaming on YouTube. Have some Jordan's videos, Breath of the Wild, finished it all. Hell yeah, brother. I'll absolutely give you a follow. I'm always looking for new content. I'm a whore for YouTube content. because my name is red in the chat. I'm typing, but it shows it blue in your chat window. Say congrats on the job. That sounds like you don't want the new job. No, I super don't want the new job. But I'm very much in debt and really need the money. Yeah, I know, like I don't know what's going on with the chat names, because like, well, my older sister is in the chat. She usually pops up purple, but then when I see it in like my chat window, it pops up blue, or see look, she's purple right there. But then sometimes it pops up blue in my chat window, and then sometimes it's red, but then it's almost invariably purple, and then I don't know what's going on. I understand had to work stable for 3 months because of the pandemic, or so. Yeah, dude, retail sucks, man. I had to work at Target for a little bit, and boy howdy, let me tell you, people at Target, they were super nice, most of them, super nice people. But oh my god, they could not find their ass with both hands in a map and somebody telling them where to go. And now I gotta go work at Walmart because I'm in the middle of going through a divorce right now, and I'm not super jazzed about it. It really fucking sucks. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Customers will always be awful, absolutely. And I gotta get gotta make it through, you know. Sorry, going through. It's all good, man. It's all good. It was just a bad scene for everybody involved. Let's just show where I was going, dog. Dude, it's not going too bad, Ren. We're gonna make it through and beat Ocarina of Time today, the vanilla run, as long as I can stop getting hit. Shasha. As you can see, I changed my setup here, so it's a little better looking, I think. If you guys have any suggestions or tips or anything like that for how I can make my streams better, let me know. I'm always out on the lookout to try to make better content. I sure would like to be an entertainer for a living. That would be way cool. But I don't know if that's gonna be able to happen. You know, but we'll go for it. Be all right. If I thought of a hot tube and a bikini, I have thought of that. I think personally it would work out really well for me. Oh, hot tub. See, you said tube, but I thought you meant like tube top. I was like, I guess I could put on a tube top. That wouldn't be too bad. Sure. All right, let's see. Whoops. Where's the thing? There it is. Gonna say more boobs. I don't know. Dude, let me tell you, if I was a attractive, buxom woman, I would 1000% use that to my advantage to produce content and get that bag. I do not blame them at all for that sort of thing. Thought about one of the adult sites, man. I've thought about streaming on Pornhub, like for real. Yeah, absolutely. Take every advantage. Shaw. Oh, barely. There we go. That's what Daddy likes to see. Alright, let me grab this guy, and yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of Dark Souls challenge runs lately. And I've just really been enjoying them. You know? I started watching this guy who I've talked about before. His username is the Backlogs. His stage name is Lemon. And he got me into Dark Souls challenge runs. And he's part of this like little community on YouTube of these challenge runners. And man, I cannot stop thinking about it. Like, oops. It's I don't know, it's just like a super niche thing, and I just really, I don't know, it's like it just seems really cool, and like I kind of want to try it. It's just good enough at Souls games to do a challenge run. Well, like, and so like a lot of the stuff that they say is like they personally they're like, I'm not super good at this game. I've just played it a lot. And like that sort of thing. Uh-oh. And you know, like I don't know. It's just really interesting. But I don't know. I challenge him for the next stream after the Zelda stuff, maybe. Thinking about playing playing Majora's Mask. I want to get back into I want to get back into playing Oblivion like I did the other day. Just because it was a lot of fun. I just really enjoyed it. Nice. And I really would like to play through Majora's Mask, and I'd like to play through some of the Souls games, and I'd like to I want to play Paper Mario, the first Paper Mario, and I want to play Thousand Year Door, and you know, I want to have fun playing games and share my experiences with everyone. I'm also thinking that Sunday or Monday, I'm gonna do that that D&D stream where I talk about D&D and campaign planning and how I do it and that kind of stuff. So keep an eye out for that. I'm almost done working on my, not exactly script. It's sort of like a script, I guess. It's not really a script. It's more just like my talking points. And like I want to set up like a framework and like talking points, and then I want to like on stream I want to build a campaign. I want to have like a blank Google Doc and like a blank like drawing pad or whatever to like draw maps with, and I want to just like be like, okay, and this is how I do it, and this is where I start, and this is how we do it, or how I do it, and then like talk about it. Because I really like D&D, and I think that people might enjoy that. It's particularly you, Ren, since you've expressed interest in it. Oh. Ow, dick. Okay, so after this thing stops blowing, I'm gonna hover across the gap and then immediately switch into the Iron Boots and hit the wrong button. That's real important. Boop. Also, we'll learn more, dude. That's the first step. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. There's also another quote I really like is from Brandon Sanderson from his Stormlight Archive series. It's what's the most important step a man can take? And the answer to that question is, you would think that like the most important step a man can take is the next one, but the most important step you can take is the first one, because you have to get started. Tunic change color. Does a tunic color change anything or just color? So the red tunic makes you heat resistant, makes you be able to go into the volcano, and the blue tunic lets you breathe underwater. I love playing D&D with you guys. I've just been too depressed to be able to get into the right frame of mind for it. I get it. I totally get it. Sort of. I get being too depressed for things. I'm just never really too depressed to play D&D because playing D&D makes me less depressed. Because, it's all about, like, togetherness and, like, being, like, everyone playing together and enjoying ourselves and taking it nice and chill and that sort of thing. Use your creative juice keeping your kid entertained. I feel that. That kid needs a lot of he needs a lot of entertainment. Winter depression isn't real. Been feeling some of the same, dude. It's hard, man. It's so hard. You're dealing with winter depression on top of natural chemical depression, and you're trying to just like get through the fucking day, and it's hard. It's fucking hard, man. But every day that you're still here is another day that you've won. And I'm happy that you're here. Like genuinely happy. Because like I've been to that point where I am so incredibly hopeless and depressed and just like, wow, nothing is worth it. Everything sucks. I'm never going to be able to, get out of this. It's all awful. I'm thinking about hurting myself, that sort of thing. Like I've been there, man. Like I get it. And I wouldn't want that for anyone, much less someone who I know. And even though I don't know you in person, War Master, I, at least know you on the internet. You're within my consciousness now, and I would feel real fucking bad if something happened to you. Looking forward to my seasonal depression go back to regular depression. It's much less exhausting. Yeah, it absolutely is much less exhausting. Goes from 2 times multiplier 1.5 once seasonal's gone. Yeah, exactly. We're all about lowering those damage thresholds, those damage multipliers. Oh right, I can't do the spin attack while I'm using. The sun hurts us, but we needs it. Absolutely need it. Need a good bit of vitamin D. Hey, get back here, little bastard. Got him. Luckily not at that point. I think it's because I failed a code test for a job yesterday. So I guess I'm taking it out of myself since yesterday. Hey man. Don't beat yourself up too much about it. Cause you know, like, sure, you may have failed a code test for a job, but there will be other jobs. Coding is in incredibly high demand. You will absolutely be able to get a different coding job. 100% know you will. But I'm not just talking out of my ass. A lot of these places think that they can, force this competition and be like, oh, well, all right, you're going to... We're only hiring so many candidates and blah, blah, blah. But, man, there are so many places that need people to code for them. It will be absolutely no trouble for you. Do you get test anxiety? Or is it just like it was just like a bad day or fuck? Or what? There we go. Not recently. Job market's been awful for tech since 2023, plus tons of layoff. I guess one thing about my job is that it's more in need than like Google, Amazon, etc. What kind of coding do you do, if you don't mind my asking? I don't know a whole lot about it. I am passingly familiar with computers, and that's about it. I did not blow this up in the right order. Come here, you. At least you have like a vocational skill, though. I spent all my time not caring about being alive, and now I can't hardly get a job. Do government contract. My background is full stack for app development. I don't know what that means, but hell yeah, brother. I asked out of interest, hoping that I would know at least kind of what any of that meant, but I didn't. Yep. Whoops. Best thing you can do is dust stuff off rubber duck to figure out what went wrong and fix it and then kick ass next time. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I use rubber ducking for oh, I guess that's all I do in here. Huh. Well, I thought this area was more important than it is, but maybe not. I use rubber ducking all the time myself. Particularly when I'm trying to write a new story or come up with a plot point or something. I'm like, man, what can I do for this? And then I'm just like, oh, fuck. Oh no, these spike walls are coming in to crush me. Whatever shall I do? If only they weren't made of wood. Fireball, motherfucker! When in doubt fighting the undead, set them on fire. It's my biggest advice. Also for the testing, I just don't do all tests ever since grade school. Plus the code test I took is something I haven't done in a couple years. So I forgot a certain way to code it. Also, I'm glad you used the term rubber ducking. I mean, like, you know. Do you want some of the best advice I ever got for taking tests? You look at the test and you tell yourself, like, this doesn't fucking matter. The test 100% doesn't matter. Pass or fail, it doesn't matter. And after this ad break, I'll tell you why. Since it actually gave me a notification there's going to be an ad break. Went to school for IT, learned coding is fun, and I want to do for a career. So now I'm in business. I still know coding a bit. The terminology leaked all my conversations. But I mean, at least it's, you know, at least you know. One thing I missed, there's time limits, so anxiety does kick in with that. I mean, yeah, I understand that. The like, you know, test anxiety is something that's hard to deal with and hard to get over. But it says that my ad break ends in 40 seconds. So I don't know if that's an actual 40 seconds or if it's like an imaginary made up 40 seconds. So I'm just going to wait until it goes away, and then I'll give you the rest of my test anxiety help that I know. No ad popped up. God, that's annoying. It's like, hey, you have a scheduled ad break, and I'm like, okay, cool. And so like, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I won't say anything too important during this ad break. And then no ad popped up for you, but it told me that there was an ad. Also, this is one of the more interesting bosses in Legend of Zelda. This is Bongo Bongo. He's the evil undead spirit of the Shadow Temple. And he is huge and invisible and plays a giant bongo drum. Just had an ad though and missed all the stuff. FOMO for sure. Whoops. Okay, so I died, but I have 2 fairies, which is what I expected to happen. Okay, so test anxiety. You go in, you do everything that you can to relax to begin with, right? So like before the test, you don't do, you don't take any sort of caffeine. You go pee, you know, like everything that you possibly can do to relax, do that. Then you tell yourself like the test does not matter. There's absolutely no reason that the test matters. Pass or fail, it could be like hey, if I don't pass this, I'm gonna starve to death. And you tell yourself that it doesn't matter, because it doesn't. Because the test is completely arbitrary. It has nothing to do with how smart you are, has nothing to do with what you like, how your job functions. It's only trying to tell you what you know and what you don't know. And if you can relax, you have a better chance of remembering the things that you know, right? So the test doesn't matter, and you know you're trying to relax, and if there's a time limit, think about how long a minute is, right? If you were to sit there and count, you know, like 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, it takes literally a minute to count to 60, right? And so during the test, if you do that just a couple times to relax and be like, oh, I'm not actually eating up that much time thinking about what I want to do, it helps. So do what you can to relax. Tell yourself that pass or fail, it doesn't matter. And when you need to be like, oh, there's a time limit, count to 10 and realize how long 1 second actually is, you know? And for me anyway, that helps take some of the pressure off. But I also count all the time anyway, because I'm autistic. I thought that was something everybody did until I was 20 and diagnosed. The boy with the noble Zelda's Ocarina, as I expected, you have come. I am Impa, one of the Sheikah. I am Princess Zelda's caretaker, and I am also the sage who guards the Shadow Temple. Count my finger taps up to 5, then start over. Yeah, that's a thing. Big fan of just thinking in my head, 1, 2, 3, fuck it, and just doing what I have to do at the time. I don't know, for somebody, like for me, for somebody, I'm not good at math, but I take comfort in numbers sometimes, like counting, keeping time, like for music. Like I'm really good at keeping time for music because I can count and like have a really hardcore sense of time. And it, I don't know, has something to do with my high functioning tism. I have a friend who's high functioning. Yeah, man, it's the way that I describe it to people, for me, is that I have just a touch of the tism, where I'm basically constantly masking, and when I interact with people, I generally mirror their behavior, and that to make them more comfortable. And I'm not good at social interaction, but I am good at detecting patterns, and social interaction is nothing but patterns. And so I used to be really bad at talking to people until I realized that social interaction is in fact patterns, and I realized that certain things elicit certain responses from people. And so I just kept at it until I figured out the pattern for conversation, and now I can pretend to be a normal person pretty easily, because of the pattern recognition. It took a really long time, but now I'm basically normal. But certain things are hard, and other things are not, and it's all relative, baby. Excuse me. There's a sleepy man right here. Hello, sir. Wake the fuck up. I saw, dude. I saved Melon. Get the fuck out of here. I don't need to do that. I just like waking him up. Makes me feel better. I had no idea you had that. You seem normal and awesome. Thanks, man. I try desperately hard to at least be neurotypical presenting. And it's
nice.
It's a struggle sometimes. But, you know, like they say in Sonic the Hedgehog, you live and learn. You hang on the edge of tomorrow or whatever. Okay, so we got one dungeon left. Also, at least you have the Christian autism. That is true. That is true. I haven't haven't the Chris Chan autism. I'm not obsessed with Sonic Chew, and I haven't molested my mother, which is wonderful, I would say, for me. So is Majora's Mask and this one the same app? So no. So this one takes place in Hyrule. And you know you've got like the mainline Zelda kingdom, right? Then you've got Majora's Mask, which is one of the only games that is a direct sequel, which is a direct sequel to Ocarina of Time, and it's in Majora's Mask you go. You're looking for your fairy Navi when you get mugged in the forest by a magical child who steals your ocarina and your horse, and then you go in and are looking for him, and then you end up in this weird land called Termina, which if you pay attention to the subtext of the game, is a magical world created by the dying mind of the magical child who mugged you, who has been possessed by an evil eldritch mask. And it's an interesting game, and it's creepy and weird and wild. Or any type of recycling. Oh man, see, I don't know that much about Chris Chan. I just know the mainline stuff. I don't think I want to know what recycling is. Okay, so now I got to save the carpenters. And that involves fighting these women. I won't say that. I appreciate that. Because, man, Chris Chan is an uncomfortable person. Knowing what I know about Chris Chan, and makes me feel kind of sick to my stomach thinking about him. So there are 4 carpenters, and each one is defended by a little mini boss like that, who drops the key to his cage, and they are like, "Oh my god, you saved me! That's just swell! I'm Ichiro the carpenter. We were really interested in joining their all-female group, but they locked us up like this just because we're men. We don't care about the Gerudo anymore. They're so rude. 3 of my fellows have also been captured, so please help them escape too." Christery very disturbing thing. Christery! Oh my god, I hate that so much. It's also something crazy, you can't look away. Yeah, it's like a...
Wow.
Like a train wreck, right? Where it's just like, this is just... It's like, oh my god, what a tragedy. Please make it stop. Yeah, dude, I saved a carpenter. What of it? Oh, wow. I'm a hero. And not just a hero that saves the world, but a hero of the people. He said, shooting women in the head with a bow. Should I flag this stream for gender violence? No. Because equal rights is equal fights. And this guy's like, "Hey, you, help me, please." Yeah, he's back in newspaper getting out of jail, so unfortunately still going. Man, and it's because people can't look away that he keeps getting press. And that people know who he is, and he has a Christery. I hate that so much. All right, come here, you. So your nephew's eating an apple, and that's a milestone for him. Hell yeah. I know that kid is picky. So one of the things about these these Gerudo Blade Master people is like that spin attack jump thing that she does. If it hits you while your shield isn't up, they capture you. It knocks you down and they capture you. So you gotta try to not get hit by it. And it's real fucking irritating. I will also read that chat message right after I beat this mini boss. There we go. Final Zelda game ever set in the year. What is that? 3,463,452 is the most awkwardly medieval cyberpunk game ever. There started a gun sword like the one Squall has in Final Fantasy. Yes, that is his name, Squall. He literally Squall, Cloud, and Sephiroth are the only Final Fantasy characters that I could name off the top of my head. Maybe, and then also I think maybe Sid. I think he's a reoccurring character in Final Fantasy. So he was hungry and he went and grabbed an apple, one of the Honeycrisp ones, and just started eating it. Oh hell yes, dude, good job, buddy. I don't know who's in Kingdom Hearts 1. I've been thinking about playing Kingdom Hearts. I tried playing the whole series once. And I got about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through the first one, and I just lost interest. Because it's not that it's not fun. I don't know. The gameplay the gameplay is repetitive, right? And that's fine. I play games that have repetitive gameplay all the time. But I don't know. It didn't have enough to engage me. I think that if I had played it when it first came out when I was a kid, I think I would have been way into it. You know, because like, what I think Kingdom Hearts, either Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 2 and Welcome to the Black Parade came out the same year. So like my emo brain would have been like, but I didn't have a full emo phase until probably about 2008 or 9. So I missed out on that train. Couldn't play the rest of you. Yeah. I saw an interesting video about the actual plot line from Kingdom Hearts, and man, I gotta say that it is some Hideo Kojima level of writing. In that it's confusing and bad and only makes sense if you do a lot of drugs. Because I've gone on record saying, and I will again, saying that I super don't vibe with stories that are like, oh, but did it actually? Could it happen? Blah, 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 blah. And like, people can like whatever they want. You're totally cool. But like, for me personally, stories in the Metal Gear games, not really my thing. Stories in Kingdom Hearts, not really my thing. You want to have some like, just some like weird things happen, that's cool. You want to force your whole game to be kind of just like a convoluted mess, and it's like, oh well, you're not smart enough to get it. Like, I don't know, it's just not really my thing. I had one of my friends in high school once try to explain to me the entire plot of Metal Gear, and he took like 4 hours talking about it because I had never heard anything about it, and I was just like, sure man, like I'll listen to you talk about this, you're obviously passionate about it. And at the end of him talking about it, I still didn't know anything about Metal Gear. I was like, okay, so it's about a guy named Snake who sneaks around and saves the world, and he's modeled after Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. Got it. That's all I need to know. And he's either Snake, the sneaking around guy, or you're playing Raiden, who is a twink and a cyborg. Got it. I guess had to pee some of my eyeballs were floating. Bro, I've been there. That was oh dude, I've saved Saburo the Carpenter. Have I seen our boss? I have seen your boss. I've been there. I one time was on a band trip in high school, and they decided that if you have to pee, we're not stopping. And like they would rather kids piss their pants than stop for 5 minutes to let kids go pee to this place that was like 4 hours away. And I had gone pee before, but then I had to pee again, and I had to pee so fucking bad that I almost threw up. It was a bad time. Yeah, Snake in a box. That's basically it. He runs around in a cardboard box. He saves the world. There are big robots. That's all I got, dog. Stupid kid, get in there and keep quiet. So I'm pretty sure there's another way to get into where I want to go, but I can never remember how to do it. So I'm just gonna go in this way. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't mind movies and TV and books and video games that have complicated storylines. I'm just not big on things that have convoluted storylines, and then like when people don't understand them, they're like, "Oh, it's so well written," and it's like, is it though? If it was well written, wouldn't you understand it? I don't know. That's my little soapbox about writing, video games and such. Let's see. Where's the last one? Boy. Everything about Metal Gear. Man is super spy, working for the world's best spy. Kills way through bases, eventually kills Boss Spy. Finds out he's a clone of Boss Spy. There are other clones you play as. Every game is a different Snake in a different time period, and the original Snake is simultaneously the worst, bad, and best good guy ever because he wanted to get rid of soldiers, fighting pointless wars, ending all wars with the biggest war. At some point, Anemo gets a Robo Body and Robo Puma Buddy and tags along. Okay. And One Piece is kind of like that. I had heard One Piece was like that. That's part of the reason I haven't checked it out. Because there's like 1,000 episodes of One Piece. And I just don't have time for that, man. I got other stuff I gotta do. One Piece is getting a remake before it's even close, and they're doing a proper timeline telling, and I can't wait. Isn't that the aren't the comics still going? Murdoch, don't you start barking. You cut that out. No, dude. Okay. Hold on. Let me go deal with this. This fucking guy. He just starts barking for no reason. He hears a sound outside, and he's like, "Oh, I better go fucking ape shit." And I'm like, dude, chill out. Let's see, which one of these haven't I gone in yet? Okay, I understand. Just caught up last week to One Piece, I assume. Tried the OG series. That's still going. I couldn't get the time jump arc, and the manga's still going, and no one knows when it will end. There's something around 2 more years, but I could be wrong. It's been going on for a really long time. I hate that. I hate that it's been going on so long. Like, I get that you want a... I get that you want a like an ongoing series, and that people want to have a thing that they enjoy, and like that's cool. But for me personally, like that's too long. It's too much. It's too long. People like endings to their stories. You know, shit, baby. Will really be alive at the end? Get you die. I have full faith that it will end before you die. 100%. Have I not gone in that one? I don't think I've gone in that one. The top left one there. Okay, yeah. Then there's Hunter x Hunter, and the author died, and everyone panicked because no one knew if it would be finished. I think I tried Hunter x Hunter, but I can't remember if I did or not. It's the kid who's wearing like a green thing and like a spiky hair dude, right? If I'm thinking of the right anime. Yeah, this was the right one. Fantastic. Okay, yeah. I think I watched a couple episodes of that a couple years ago, but I can't remember exactly what happened. And weird pedo clown guy. The last anime that I finished. Man, what was the last anime I finished? Let's see. I watched Frieren, Journey's End recently. And it's not over. Just the season ended, I think. And then I watched season 2 of Goblin Slayer. And that was pretty good. The first season, so the very first episode of the first season of Goblin Slayer, there is a very intense and hardcore rape scene, and it is hard to watch, especially if you're not ready for it. Because I wasn't ready for it, and it put me off watching it for like a while. But then I read that like it didn't happen again in the series. It was like implied after that. They just wanted to make you really fucking hate the goblins, and they succeeded. And now I really enjoy it because the whole thing is based in like a D&D campaign, and I grok that. It's cool. It's fun. Let's see, and then of course there's full Malcolm in the Middleist Brotherhood. If you haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, do yourself a favor, stop watching my stream and go watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's one of the best anime ever. It's just great. Yeah, that type of stuff is an absolute turnoff for me as well. I like I said, I put off watching it for a very long time after that. Like I took like a whole year and then I watched it. But now, like, it's real good. If they just had like implied what was happening, I would have been okay with that. You know, but it's like up close and in your face, and you're like, "Why is this happening? I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like this." But yeah, so like Frieren, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the first series of Rise of the Shield Hero is really good. Season 2, I didn't care much for, and I stopped watching. But that first season's real good. The time I got reincarnated as a slime is pretty good. Okay, so here I got the Druid membership card, which now that means that I can walk around freely through the Druid Fortress, and that they won't attack me or anything. Walk up and be like, "I'll saw, dude," and then try to catch you or nothing. I don't know. I really like anime, and I'm real tired of isekai anime. It just keeps coming out, and it's always the same. It's like it's always isekai. It's always the same when it's isekai. It always ends up being a harem anime, and like once or twice, okay, I get it. But every single fucking anime, oh my god. Everything I watched that I enjoyed a lot, Dragon Ball all series. I would agree except for Super. I couldn't get into Super. They changed the art style a little bit and I just wasn't into it. But Dragon Ball Z and Z Kai, really enjoyed those 3 series. Attack on Titan. Also couldn't get into Attack on Titan. But as I've said on stream before, I used to have a thing about violence really bothering me, particularly in my media. And that show starts at least incredibly violent, and I couldn't do it. But I was thinking about giving it another shot actually. From Alchemist Brotherhood, excellent. Hunter x Hunter, Death Note. I really like the first like 5 episodes of Death Note. And then I just can't do it. And I don't know what it is about it. It's not bad. It just loses its interest for me, which sucks because like it starts out at such a high note and like I just really enjoy it. Seven Deadly Sins. I also really enjoyed Seven Deadly Sins when I first watched it, but could not remain interested. Black Clover, also tried to get into Black Clover. Didn't lose interest, just got distracted by a different anime. And I've been meaning to get back to it. One Punch Man, really loved the first season. Was not big on the second season because nothing happened. My Hero, I'm starting to lose interest in because it's not coming out fast enough. Chainsaw Man, also couldn't get into. And Yu Yu Hakusho, I remember watching on Toonami as a kid, but I haven't watched it recently, and I've been meaning to. So I've actually, after this stream, I'll probably go in and watch the first couple episodes of that because it's all on Crunchyroll. More like baddie membership card, hell yeah. Dude, that's what it is in Breath of the Wild is a baddie membership card because they're fucking 8 feet tall and jacked, and I'm just like, mother. Subaru's asked because Toriyama said he had to make Goku absolutely dumb because otherwise he didn't know how to have a character arc with him, and studios wouldn't let him have Gohan be leader like he planned at the ending of Z. Dude, I at least know who you're talking about when you say Toriyama. I don't know if that's how you spell it, but I don't speak Japanese, nor do I spell Japanese phonetically correctly. Because, again, I don't speak it. Your Lie in April is good and sad. Well, I might check that out. I think I've heard of Your Lie in April, but I haven't watched it. But I'm always down for recommendations. I enjoy anime, just like as like a media form, and it's like it's a lot of people talk shit on it, and that's because you get a lot of people who take it way too seriously and get like the waifu pillows and are obsessed with the anime and that sort of thing. But on the whole, most of it's pretty good. I would my recommendation that I tell everybody is to watch Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is real fucking good. It's just the art style is really good, and it's just not coming out fast enough. And like one of the things I like about Demon Slayer is that like the main character is likable. That's something in anime that I fucking hate, is when the main character is like lecherous or creepy or a douchebag or whatever. I can't stand that because like it almost never does anything for the story. It just makes me upset. But Tanjiro is a great character. He's a good guy. He's a nice person, and he tries to do well and succeeds. Everything is a meme. Just make jokes. Yeah. Everything is a joke. Nothing is real. Everything is permitted. Make fun of everything or whatever. I read once that originally Gohan was supposed to supersede Goku as the leader of the Z Fighters, like you said. And that was the original arc and stuff. But the fan outcry of Goku being dead, and because people had been with Goku for so long, was so big that the studio was like, oh no, we can't do that. We can't, blah, blah, blah. And so they just butchered Gohan's storyline and fucked everything up and made it real bad. And now I got Force Field. Nehru's love is in effect for only a limit of time, so use it carefully. Battles make you weary. Please come back to see me. Okay. I don't know. I like a good, well-written protagonist. They don't have to be like a paragon of virtue of it or anything, but I don't know. Having them be unpleasant is not something that I'm down for. Okay, so we go into the Desert Colossus, which is the Spirit Temple. And you go in and you're like, what? There's nothing I can do in here. I can't go this way. Because this block is too heavy. And I can't go this way because this hole is too small. What do I do? Well, there's nowhere to go, so I guess I'll leave the temple. And then you get a cutscene. Goku died in the Cell Saga. Gohan was supposed to be the new leader and the strongest of them because it was revealed he had special limits to being half human. Studio test audience hated it, and so they made him a schoolboy, brought Goku back for the Buu Saga, and then they nerfed Gohan's limits to being from the Z Sword. Yeah, the Cell Saga is where I like at the end of the Cell Saga is where I stopped watching Dragon Ball. I know about the Boo Saga, but I never got to catch all of it on TV when I was a kid. And then like just as I've gotten older, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and then I make it all the way up to Cell, and I watch like the Cell games and everything, and then I get to the end point, and I'm just like, all right, well, I'll get back to this, and then I just stop, and then I forget, and then I'm like, oh fuck, well, I'll watch it now, and then I'll start at Dragon Ball, and I never can make it past the Cell games. I don't know why. Goku is supposed to be an angelic trainer basically, and Gohan will lead the Z Fighters and train Oob with Goku, and after Gohan retired for Pan, Oob was to be the leader. We've been watching Kai from the Cell games on. The original run of Z is my favorite for its lack of censorship. It has lots of filler. Yeah, that's one of my biggest issues with older anime is the amount of filler. Which is my biggest issue with trying to get into like One Piece. There is 95% filler in One Piece. That's also how I feel about the show Fairy Tail. I tried watching Fairy Tail, and I got kind of into it, and then it got to this point where it was all filler, and I was just like, oh boy, this is not moving the story forward, is it? Murdoch is barking at the back door. Okay, give me just 1 sec. I'm gonna let Murdoch back in, because he's a fucking child. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I like TV shows. Have you watched like anime movies? Like, have you ever seen Akira? Because Akira's good. It's super weird, but it's good. Basically, all modern anime is just a ripoff of Akira. And then we talked to Naburu. I haven't seen you around, kid. What do you want? I'm looking for the sages. Haven't seen that, but I've watched a handful of Studio Ghibli films. Dude, Princess Mononoke, best Studio Ghibli film. That's it. It was a mold for absolutely the mold for success. It's is the original 85 Transformers movie count as anime? Western anime for sure, absolutely. Like Airbender, like the last Airbender, absolutely anime, but Western anime, so people don't consider it real anime. It's like, oh, it was made by a Japanese studio, can't be anime, and it's like, yeah, it's anime though. Avatar's dope as hell. New series looks just good enough to give me hope, and I'm scared. I don't know. The original creators left the project, so I don't know. I'll watch it. I'll at least give it a shot. But I'm not hopeful. Oh, she wants me to be a good boy and give her the silver gauntlets, and I'm like, okay. There we go. Daniel Day Kim won't be a disappointment at least. Yeah. I like Daniel Day Kim. I like Paul Sun Young Ho, I think is his name. The guy that gets to play Iroh. I think he'll be real good. He's a very good actor. You know, but they released some teasers that seem nice, but the creators love to create differences between Netflix and want to change things they deem necessary. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, what kind of things does Netflix want to change? Is it absolutely necessary that they change it? Do they want to make it more inclusive? Even though it's one of the most diverse casts. I don't know, man. I'm all about inclusivity. But something that I hate is performative wokeism. I hate that. I hate it with a fiery passion. Because, like, you've got all of these great IPs and actors and creative things and stuff from people of color, made by people of color, made in conjunction for and with people of color, and then these corporations, and not only people of color, but also like queer people and you know, ethnically diverse people and such. And then you get these corporations who are like, hey, what if we took that and we tried to profit off of it and then fucked it up really bad? And it just makes me upset because it's like there's so much stuff. There's so much interesting stuff. And instead they're going to try to fuck it up and make unnecessary changes to things. Just a source material snob, cast as it was made if it was to be live action, voice work done by anyone because less actors go above and beyond. Where it could be anyone to become the character, but live action does have the restrictions of matching the world people already have seen and are expecting to be made again. I agree, 100%. Unless the change that is made is beneficial to the story, I don't want the change. You know, if the creator of the series is like, oh, well, I wanted it to be like this, but I couldn't due to some kind of like restriction that I had, then okay, fine, whatever. But for the most part, it's like, man, just make it the way it was. Make it for profit is just saying make it for rich white people. Exactly. You're right. hey, when I wrote this, the studio said I used someone that matched the actor they had, but I wrote him this way originally. Yeah, exactly. Like if someone was like okay, particularly in particularly in like the olden days, when you couldn't have oh fuck me, when you couldn't have people of color as main characters, and you couldn't have like gay people involved and that sort of thing, and then nowadays you can, and it's socially acceptable if somebody was like, yeah, I actually originally intended for this person to be black or Asian or homosexual, you know, like that was my original intention, but I couldn't because of the studio restrictions at the time. Like I would understand being like, hey, when we made this live action, we made it with the original intent of the creator. And then you'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Neat. And you just move on, you know? But a lot of these changes are like, these studios are like, oh, well, we got to capitalize and make a profit on the backs of queer people, trans people, people of color. You know, it's like, we're not making it because we're trying to be inclusive. We're making it because we're trying to make a buck off of these people. And it's like, man, you guys suck. And then it just damages the source material and makes things not fun and pisses people off and turns people away from what could otherwise be really interesting and cool IPs and stuff. There was no subtext for this change. Let's exploit the queer. Exactly. If we hit enough checkboxes, we get tax write-off, a bonus with the studio. So do that and call any dissenters bigots. Yeah, exactly. And then you talk to people of color and queer people, and then they're like, hey, why did you guys make these changes? And, you know, why did you change the source material? And the studios are like, well, we know better than you. We did this for you. Accept it. And it's like, I think you guys missed the memo on that. I don't think you guys understood what people were asking for. I know people are mad, and then he projects Annabeth as black, but Rick Riordan was like, it never says what race she was, guys, get over it. Doesn't it, though? So, like, it's been a fat minute since I read the Percy Jackson books. But what I remember specifically is that she's described as being pale, with gray eyes, and dark curly hair. Or sort of curly hair, is what I remember. And then in the art for the books, I don't think she ever makes any appearance. Oh, blonde hair, Zach says. Well, then I just picture with dark curly hair. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't read the books for... Don't you start barking. You cut that out. No. Stop. I don't know. It just it smacks of J.K. Rowling. And I fucking hate J.K. Rowling. It's like, oh well, Hermione could be black, And then people are like, her pale face. Like, she white. She white. In all of the art you signed off on, she's white. But I don't know. I think Percy Jackson is one of the series cursed never be made well. I super wish. So, okay. Back in the stop that. Back in the 50s and the 60s, there was an absolute fucking plethora of movies and all kinds of stuff that involved Greek mythology, and then they just kind of stopped. And I super wish they would just get back to that, because I love Greek mythology and I really want more of those. And they keep making shitty movies where they cast like The Rock as Hercules. He got a fat check for the remakes, couldn't care less if it honors a book series he wrote for money. Yeah. People want to pretend like everything is like there has to be some kind of like message or whatever, and like people gotta appreciate the art for the art. And like I like for some of that, like I get it, but at the same time, like, authors gotta eat, man. It's just that simple, you know? Zach enjoyed the books and is enjoying it so far. I mean, if it tells the story and does so at least passingly well, that's cool. In fact, I wouldn't say Married a Man Child. I enjoyed the Percy Jackson books. I also, one of the things I appreciate about Rick Riordan is him going him saying like hey, I didn't know that the Missouri River wasn't right next to the St. Louis Arch. So when Percy jumps into the river, I just didn't know. And I appreciate that. I get that. I mean, like, James Patterson, dude, just has insane amount of books pumped out that doesn't even write half of them, just slaps the name on for money. Yeah, dude, that's kind of the dream, right? As an artist, not an artist, as an author, is to just get paid. I'm desperately trying to write this book that I've been trying to put out for about a year now, or two or 3 years now, and I have quite a bit of it written, but man, I just get so depressed that I'm like, yeah, let me write, and then I don't, because I'm sad. Where's that other torch? Oh, it's over there. Duh. Riordan and his wife are both producers, so it follows the books pretty closely, I guess. Not a great show by any means, but it got some interesting CGI. Man, I like interesting CGI. I'd prefer practical, but I like interesting CGI. Practical is a lot more expensive, which I think is hilarious. Because, like, it used to be completely the other way around. You know, it's like, don't you start woofing, you cut that out. You know, because, like, computers used to be this, like, novelty, and it was like, oh my god, what do we do? Like, how does this work? And then you get, like newer stuff where computers are a dime a dozen and practical effects are like a dying art. I think it's interesting. I've watched shows and movies for less. The Birds of Prey movie was flaming garbage, but whoever the stunt coordinator was did fantastic choreography. That's pretty cool. Dude, I'm trying to do a thing here, man. You don't have to bark at every single noise. Are you done? Dude. Chill. Okay. Where was I? Their interpretation of a chimera was a red line with goat horns, basically, though. I hate that. I want to see a good... I want to see a good, well-done chimera. I don't think I'm ever going to, though. Also, Harryhausen is one word. Thanks, Spellcheck, for not saving me on the last word. Yeah, dude, I mean, choreography, man, it's a tough one. It's I think it's CHORE. I think that's what it is. Yeah, replace I with an E. I think it's a, because it's Choreo, not Chorio, or something like that. Maybe have you spell Ruger's at this point for Harryhausen. Yeah, I really enjoy Harryhausen's monsters. I think that doing the whole, I think stop motion is just really incredible, and it's like taking all of the principles of animation and making it a physical thing instead of like a drawn thing, and it's like, holy shit. Yeah, I get some realities. Read the Unwind series. Basically, genetics got to the point they can rip you apart cell by cell and mix and match body parts, 100% efficiency, and no body rejection. Total dystopia about turning kids into bodily farms. I have not read that or heard of that. Who's it written? Who's the author? Who wrote it? Sorry, I'm replying to texts. There we go. Yarg, let me go. So Naburu is getting kidnapped currently by Kuma and Kotake. You're Ganondorf's minions. Neil Shusterman. I've never heard of Neil Shusterman. Not even one time. Not until this very moment. Originally a trilogy, turned to a 4-book series. Oh, I'm down for that. It's like I've talked about Brandon Sanderson before. He's written a shit fuck ton of books. He wrote this series called Mistborn. That's set in this like dystopian world where the great hero 1,000 years ago failed, and the world has been steadily ending for 1,000 years. And it's up to these like this band of thieves to overthrow the God King and like save the world. And the first 3 books are like, the first one's really good, the second one's kind of boring, and the third one's okay. And then the next 4 books was originally intended as a trilogy because it takes place like 250, 300 years after the first series. It was originally intended to be a trilogy. And then he was like, well, I couldn't fit everything I wanted and wrap up everything in the last book. So I had like a time jump from the 3rd to the 4th book of about 5 years. and then ends that particular section of the series, and it's super well done. I'm all about authors being able to stretch their series and stuff over time, and being able to have more books so they can allow for more wrap up. Some people take it too far and they stretch things out way far because they're trying to make a buck, which is kind of how I feel about the Wheel of Time, which I super enjoy. I love the Wheel of Time. But it gets to a certain point and it's like, it was originally intended as like a 3 to 6 book series, and the final number is 14. So at some point it was like, man, you gotta know when to quit and wrap up the story. This series is basically a teen sentenced to unwinding death but harvested out, escapes custody, finds a bunch of orphans and kids and teens who escaped juvie before they were unwound, stage revolt against the entire government because they're like, do you not see how fucked this is? Well, see, that's the thing, is they do see how fucked it is, they just don't care. You know, that's something. That's a point I'd like to talk about, actually. The do you not see how fucked this is sort of thing, where people are like, oh man, how does the government not see how incredibly terrible things are, and how do they not understand that this is a bad thing? And it's like, okay, yes, some of the people in the government are genuinely out of touch, but a lot of them are not out of touch, and a lot of them totally understand that what they're doing is wrong and hurting people, and they do it anyway because they don't fucking care. They're like, it's dog eat dog, you know, we're gonna fuck you guys. And you remember how they're still keeping little kids in cages at the border? Remember how that's still going on? How that's never been resolved? You remember how Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water? You remember that? You know how people are literally going into incredible medical debt because they have conditions that they can't take care of because they're too expensive, and so they gotta take out, like, people literally gotta take out loans and shit. You know how people are like dying because they can't get a hold of insulin because it's expensive? It's like, they know. People see these things, and it's impossible to not know. Damn boomers. I have this theory, if you would like to hear it, about why the boomers are the way they are and how things got so fucked. It has to do with a little chunk of metal that I like to call lead. So lead is a heavy metal. And when it enters your body, it can't be processed correctly. And your reuptake cells can't properly process, can't properly process lead. And it does things to you. One of the hallmarks of lead poisoning is hyperaggression. And all the things that come with hyperaggression, which includes apathy and basically just kind of like shitting on other people. Well, lead used to be in literally everything. It was in gasoline, and so thus was emitted in the atmosphere when people drove their cars. It was used in canned goods because they used like lead stuff, and it's in paint. And then they found out that lead was really bad for you, and now you've got all these people who have had all of these the years and decades of lead poisoning on top of all the other weird chemicals and shit. But you know, it's just that's just a theory, a game theory. Question for you on the medals chat, but I don't seem insulting or like I'm making a stance or assumption. You go for it. It's all good. I've been talking my personal theories and opinions and ideologies and things, so it's all good. Cause like I really just want people to like get along and leave each other alone. That's like the number one thing that I desperately want. And people just seem really like not wanting to do that for some reason. If you're not hurting anyone, who fucking cares, dog? Gotcha. I don't know. That's also part of my theory about how the Roman Empire collapsed, is because they used lead piping and became incredibly hyper aggressive and fucked him up. Recently read a story, can't say it's valid or not, but it was a medical doctor made claims. I was curious to review as someone with a diagnosis of autism. The paper said that he was cured. A child with severe autism with some form of heavy metal removal treatment. His mercury levels went from 16 to a 0.5. I don't know. I do not know. I'd be interested to read that. Because like there's nothing wrong with being autistic, but man, it would sure be convenient if I didn't have to be. But I think that might also go into people believing that vaccines give you autism. But I don't know. And yeah, Wartmaster, the boomers have incredible anger problems. Like they get real mad about things for like no reason. I don't know. All I know is that lead used to be in everything, and it makes people really angry and hyper aggressive. And now it's not in everything, and people are less aggressive in general. I don't know. Just a game theory. I agree. Yeah, everyone do their own thing. Leave each other's alone. Don't cause shit, but don't take shit. Yeah. My parents have a thing they say, and have said for a long time, where it's don't start nothing, don't be nothing. You know, Gen Z didn't want to be their parents exactly, and as the cutoff point for a millennial, I also don't want to be my parents, and I like my parents. I like our parents. I think our parents did the best they could with what they had. But, you know, they were raised by the boomers, and the boomers fucked them up really bad. And they had to do all of that healing and getting past all of like the hang-ups that their parents gave them and stuff. And I think that our generation will do better with with the next generation. And I think that the next generation after that will do better than our generation. At least that's my hope. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping real bad. I don't know. We live in a time period where things could be super easy and super simple, and they're not, and it I don't know. It bothers me. Monkey. Elder Millennial, every generation is kind of bad. As the boomers age out, the next one are following status quos, and eventually the zoomers will have their turn to carry the torch or change it up. I agree with that theory too, but we're still living in a boomer world. We absolutely are. Those fuckers just won't die. I don't want them to be killed, but I sure would like if they would just die of old age, finally. Oh, I can't do the crouch glitch. It's all the lead, man. It's in everything. It was everywhere, all at once, starring Michelle Yeoh. It's like 4% boomers now, but still too many. For people who want to retire at 50, they won't freaking leave. Well, and like, dude, they keep changing retirement age. Like, my dad is like, he was born in August of 65. And he can't retire now until he's 70 or something like that. But his brother, who was born like 9 months before him, is at the other cutoff and can retire at like 60 or something. And it's ridiculous. They keep changing it. It's stupid. Is that because the only way they will retire is if they die of old age? Yeah, exactly. It's just sad and irritating because it seems like there are really clear choices that we could make as a society. Also, this is what the original Mirror Shield looks like, and it looks fucking great, and I love it. In the randomizers, it's always a different color, but that red. What was I saying? Yeah. But you know, like it's just, man, I just want things to be better, and it seems like there are clear decisions we can make as a society to make things better, and the people in charge don't want to make those choices, and it just bums me out. Maybe that's how we fix it. Lead paint chips for all. Power up and have a boss fight. You know? I think you might be onto something with that. And it's sad the only way millennials will be able to retire is when we're dead. Yeah. Yep. The boomers, the millennials. Gen Z might actually get to not. And I hope so for them. I hate when people, like particularly older people, say it's like, man, no one wants to work anymore. And like, partly, like, I agree with that a little bit, but not in the same way, right? Because like, I know I personally, I don't want to work anymore in places where I'm treated like dog shit. I've worked a bunch of places, and for the most part, they treat you like dog shit. And I'm super fucking tired of that. I want to work someplace where I can feel valued as an employee and get decent pay and decent benefits for 40 hours of work. I wanna be valued. I want to feel like my time and my effort is worth something. And I don't feel like that's necessarily ridiculous. You know, I don't mind, you know, putting my nose to the grindstone and busting ass. I'm cool with that. It's fine. But it would be super nice if when I put my nose to the grindstone and I busted ass, if I got something out of it. Which brings me to my next point, which is unpaid internships are essentially indentured servitude. There should be no such thing as an unpaid position. I don't care how good or how prestigious you think this job is. Everyone should be paid for their time. Nobody, like, time is the one thing you can't get back. So everybody should be paid for their time. Ungrateful, job is a job. You should be grateful for the scraps and the crumbs. Why didn't you go to college? I tried to, and they told me that that they didn't offer my major anymore, and then charged me $20,000. We haven't mentally recovered from the pandemic, so just basic work is so exhausting. Also, we forced to work jobs we don't want to work, and for men, it's worse because older generations look at us thinking less of us not working a salary career job because they can't find anything. I mean, like, I think that I think everybody is struggling real hard, and it sucks, man. Like, I just want to work and go home. Fuck. And I've been browsing around on Indeed a lot, looking for jobs and such like, and man, there's just fuck all for jobs. Absolutely fuck all for jobs. Disagree on unpaid positions. I agree most of them are just legal slavery, but I think if you did apprenticeship stuff starting early 50s, things like shadowing as a kid with no pay, but with guarantee of job and pay and a step above others, once you hit adulthood, you'd be okay. Well, so actually, I think, I can't remember if I had said this on stream or not. I may have. I can't remember if you were there or if I had actually said it, but I remember talking about this with somebody recently, that the fact that we don't have apprenticeships anymore is ridiculous. Like, it used to be pushed too far. It used to be you would go, like 10, 11 or whatever, and you would go and apprentice to somebody, blacksmith, cooper, whatever, and that would become your vocation. That would become your job. Was that us that talked about that? Apprenticeship, knowledge, job training, or far superior to random diplomas lying around and lying through your teeth. Exactly. Yeah. And like, it was better, and so like people had jobs and vocations and things like that, and so like when you took on apprentices, you would like pay for their room and board and feed them and medical care if they needed it and that kind of stuff, because you're trying to pass on your craft, and they would produce things for you and make you money, right? I made some good points. I appreciate that. I like to think that sometimes I make good points. And then they started moving away from that and making it seem like if you worked with your hands or had a vocation that you were worse or dumber or whatever, because of the whole education disparity. And it's like, oh, I'm smarter than you. I went to school, I blah, blah, blah. And it's okay, but can you build a car engine? No? Okay. Like, so like if we brought back something like apprenticeship, that would be great. But the way that we have it now, with unpaid internships, is ridiculous. It's like you go to school for all these years, and then you go and you become an unpaid intern, and you can't, and like, so not only do you have to be an unpaid intern, but you also have to work a job that pays you, um, and then you're burning the candle at both ends, and it's ridiculous. I want people to, I want people to be able to work if they can and survive. And not just survive, but like, I want people to be able to live. Because like survival is fine and dandy, you know, like you gotta live, you gotta make it to the next day. But like, when you live, when you're really living and you're appreciating life and you're enjoying life, that's what it's all about, man. Like, you're thriving, you're feeling good about being alive. And I want that for everyone. Even the people I don't like. I want that for everyone. Dude, trade school still, but it costs as much as university does? Does it? I haven't learned anything about trade schools. I've looked into a little bit, but I haven't. I don't know much about it, because there aren't very many trade schools around here that I'm aware of. Because I kind of looked into it, but I couldn't find it. Because I kind of wanted to do carpentry, but I couldn't find a trade school to get into. Mostly because I was too tired from working to look into it that much. Pretty sure it's basically apprenticeships you pay for. Yeah, well, no, like, you know, that's another thing is like to go to trade school. You're you know, you got to pay them, and then there's a whole apprenticeship program, and it's like we need plumbers, we need carpenters, we need construction workers. Like, fuck, man, we need electricians. Trade schools are nice if you can go to a certain set of them. Some cost crazy amounts, but others, if you can get into a union or specific company, they just send you through the school. Maybe I'll look into that. That'd be really nice. Some community colleges offer trade school courses, certifications as well at a super discount. I wonder if Blue River offers anything like that. I'll have to look into it. Because I super don't want to work the job that I just got. I would rather work a trade than work retail. I think they have mechanic, electrician, but again, don't quote me. I don't know. I won't quote you, but I'll think about it. I'll look into it. Maybe after this stream, I'll, while I'm watching Hunter x Hunter, I'll look into trade school. That'd be pretty neat. I was laying in bed this morning disparaging my life. And I was like, man, I super wish that I had a super wish I had a vocation or something that I could do instead of having to go work retail. But I also believe that that people who are working those minimum wage jobs and working retail and stuff shouldn't have to work really fucking shitty jobs just to get by. Because like not everybody wants to be an astronaut, you know? Not everybody wants to be an electrician. Not everybody wants to be an actor or a writer. Most people just kind of want to like live easy and not have to kill themselves working. And I can support that fully. It's like we need people to work in grocery stores, and we need people to clean floors, and we need people to dump trash, you know? And the fact that those positions and stuff are looked down on, and like those people aren't deserving of life is just ridiculous. Whoops, I dropped that too low. I don't know what schools are near you. You can throw hospitality in there. What do you mean by hospitality? Like working in like the hospital. What is hospitality as far as like the industry? I don't know if I can. Oh, working in a restaurant. Is that what that's called? Is that hospitality? Because in which case I 1,000% agree with that as well. Like, hey, I work for $2.30 an hour plus tips. Like, that's ridiculous. Schools are near you, but I looked up my local community colleges. Look under certification courses. Okay, I'm gonna read that after I finish this boss fight real quick, because I don't think I can do both at the same time, because it requires just slightly too much thought to do both. Yes, you should have said restaurant industry. Well, I mean, you know, if there's a technical name for it, you should use the technical name for it. I don't mind being educated on something that I wasn't aware of. That's something. So something I've learned is like the first step to learning something is admitting you don't know anything. Whoops. The fire and ice cancel each other out. And the cleaning industry, hospitality covers a whole slew of things. Okay. Because like, yeah, when you said hospitality, I immediately went to thinking about like cleaning is what I thought. I'm gonna fucking get you. Blam. Got him. I don't know what schools are near you, but I looked at my local community colleges. Look under certification courses as well, not just their labeled trade school courses. Mine has HVAC, plumbing, carpentry, and 4 different coding courses, and we are in a huge city. If I remember correctly, you said KC one time, right? You should have all the same or more since such a big place. I'll have to look into that. I appreciate you checking that out for me, Ren. That means a lot, actually. Because I sure... So, like, making it as, like, a content creator and or like, an entertainer of some kind would be great. And I would really enjoy doing that. But you know, you either got to get really lucky or be able to produce really good content regularly. And I can only produce okay content regularly. And I'm pretty lucky, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to be lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time and get you know, get like a bajillion followers and people being like, oh, wow, I really like this guy. But, you know, I'd like to like do a job that I can enjoy doing, that helps, that is just kind of nice to do without being fucked. So I'll follow up by you have Wendy's in no time. Dude, I wish. Like, hey, Wendy's corporate, sell. And they're just like, oh, fuck, we got to do this thing. And then the Wendy's logo pops up on the screen and come back and I have freckles and red hair. And I'm just like, buy it. Buy it. Get the Dave's triple. Like it deep. Same. So does your mom. Pretty deep in the ground, so you are correct. Oof. That's a big oof, good buddy. Like 'em crispy. Oh, it's so very, very crispy. I also hate myself some things. This is why you should be careful what you say on the internet. Also, is it just me, or does it look like this medallion is just, it's got like two like little sperms chasing each other like around? Then you should become such a handsome man. It's a fantastic joke. Parents are long gone, so those jokes never land. Were you close with your parents before they passed? Oh, it's the 6 sages have been awakened. Brandon's day we had to go shop with a 4-year-old. Is he 4 now? Or I guess he'll be 4 next month, right? The 7th sage is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. Oh, well, luckily I have a direct line to get there. There we go. Might as well be 4. That's fair. Murdoch just turned 8, I think, in October. I'd say we were an average family. Just they were older. Just life. That's fair. It happens. You know, it's like, I was talking about this in my last stream, that like a lot of these video games that deal with the with more complicated issues were really helpful to me when I was a kid. Like Majora's Mask, in particular. That game deals with a crazy amount of like somber tones of like grief and loss, and how to deal with things, and that even though it's hard, and you know you don't want to like minimize the pain that people go through, that you will get through it, and that you know things like that do happen, and that it is okay, and it sucks, and it's okay to be sad, and that you should be sad, but it is okay, and that you will get through, that sort of thing. And I personally really appreciated that and took those lessons to heart as a kid. Yeah, to awkward segue myself off the deep talks. I'm going to try to drink more water and learn. I have the bladder of a chipmunk. I've also been trying to drink more water. I've had my first of my first of my 2 allotted sodas of the day. Or no, my second. Okay, this would be my second of my 2 allotted sodas. And then after that, I'm drinking nothing but water for the rest of the day. I really like I really like carbonation, and I really need caffeine because I'm horribly addicted to it. But I really like soda. And I'm trying really hard not to drink more of it. Dehydration does suck. I'm also fat, so that may be playing into it. Got a full sugar soda, but we did have energy drinks this morning. See, so like, if you have energy drinks sometimes, like they're still bad for you, but it's not like the people who like pound Monster, right? Oh, this is also where you learn that Sheik is Zelda. It has been the whole time. It is I, the Princess of Hyrule, Zelda. Understood. I like beer. I have a love-hate relationship with beer. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, I gotta get beer. I need hops. Gotta drink it. Need it. Love it. And other times, I'm like, sweet God, if I drink beer, I'm going to throw up. I'm more of a whiskey kind of guy. Although, so like I'm mostly a whiskey guy, but I've also learned recently that I have a taste for gin. I really like gin, and I really like I like vodka. Both of those things taste really good to me. I'm not an alcoholic, and I'm trying to not drink a whole lot. But it's nice to know that when I do want to get drunk, I can have stuff that, you know, you spend a little bit of money and you drink a little bit of, and it gets you kind of drunk. And I'm down for that. Also, I'm going to have to take a very quick bathroom break. So enjoy Zelda's Lullaby as I go to the bathroom. Okay, I return. Sorry about that. I just about shit my britches. Gin is my least favorite, but I'm trying not to drink hard liquor. That's fair. It'll fuck you up if you're not careful. Yeah, I was sitting here talking and going through this cutscene and talking about liquor, and my guts went wow, and I was like, huh, that feels unpleasant. And then I got to right about there and was just like, oh no. Have to get the drink to a minimum after the sad boy times of singleness. Yeah, feel that. And it is hard to lose weight when beer is good. I mean, it's literally bread in a can. You know? Beer does taste like old piss, but I like old piss. You say that like it's a bad thing. Remind me to, there's a golden shower. Speaking of golden showers, I just got the golden shower arrow. Oh, fuck. So, what's the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea? I wouldn't pay $300 to have a garbanzo bean on my face. Alcohol gets you in this trap sometimes where it puts you right to sleep, but also causes insomnia. Yeah. The first couple times that you drink heavily, it makes you real sleepy, and the more you do it, the less it puts you to sleep. The more you're just like, well, fuck, now I'm awake. Oh, so Zelda's being abducted. Yeah, dog. Alcoholism. It's the second greatest American pastime. The first greatest American pastime is baseball. The second greatest American pastime is alcoholism. I want to keep my liver and my kidneys squeaky clean. Murdoch. Not the second was beating your wife. No. The third is beating your wife. See, it's because the martini was made wrong. So it goes baseball, alcoholism, beating your wife because of the martini thing. When I worked at Walmart, the guy in charge of checking vendors and stuff was a functional alcoholic. Came to work drunk and managed just fine. I worked with a dude who was a barely functioning alcoholic. He was also like 5 feet tall. He might have been 4'11". And I think that he drank because he was so short. Okay, Sean. There are worse things you can do than hit a woman. And while you're correct, I don't think you should hit people unless they try to hit you first. Strange as a concept as that is. Functional alcoholics are wild, man. It's super strange. Just how people deal with things and do things. It's weird. Shusha. Oh, I missed. He's like, well, I'm gonna blast you in the ace. Okay, so welcome to Ganon's Tower. This is a place I haven't been in my randomizers because I haven't had enough medallions to get in here. But this place is wild. You've got a bunch of rooms that correlate to the different dungeons and or correspond to the different dungeons, and you go through them to get rid of the barrier that defends Ganon's castle. That defends Ganon's tower. Can't eat solid food past you. Just fine. Boop. Boop. Okay. So you gotta use all of your wits. I gotta use all of my wits. Give me a regular bow because it shoots faster than the other bow. All right. I do only got 3 bottles. You're right. And I'll tell you why. That's because I'm not trying to 100%. Because if I was trying to 100%, I'd be here all day. And tomorrow. And the day after that. There is a lot of shit in this game. Wait for this. I would have viewers for it all. But I also really would like to produce good content. I really I'm not necessarily proud, but I want to create content that I want to see. You know? It's your first mistake. No one likes good content. That's true. Myself included. I don't know. I want to create content that I want to see. I want to make stuff that I'm proud of, essentially. You know? And it doesn't have to be world breaking. It doesn't have to be game changing. I just want to make something fun that I like, and I want to have fun doing it. I don't want to suffer for my content creation. It's true, but don't get lost in inspecting, reviewing your own stuff that you forget others could enjoy it too. You can think yourself into hating everything you do, but others would have enjoyed it all. That's fair, and that's a good piece of advice, which I appreciate. That's why. So like during the streams, like I'm doing stuff that is fun for me. Like I'm having a good time playing Zelda and doing this playthrough and enjoying this stream and, you know, hanging out and just kind of playing games and such. And then like that's why I want to do the that's why I want to do the D&D stream, is because I think that'll be fun to do, and I think other people will enjoy that content. You know, it doesn't have to be game changing or earth shattering or anything like that. It just has to be something that I like as well. Holy whiplash, Batman! What the going back and getting zarked back into the next room. Put Horizon Forbidden West on easy difficulty because I just want to enjoy the game and not struggle. Yeah. And like that's what I'm going for, right? It's like I want my streams to be easy mode. I want my streams to be easy baby mode for me. I want to have a good time. I want to do the thing, and that's it. Disorienting a bit. It's cool the game has old tech like that. Yeah, it's real neat. There are so many things that this game did that are interesting. What am I doing here? That's what I'm doing here. There's so many things this game did that were interesting. Since it's the first... I'm going to say it's this one. Since it's the first 3D Zelda game that came out. No, thank you. You know, and they were trying to do the trying to do something similar to the top-down 2D 16-bit Zelda games or whatever, 1632-bit whatever Zelda games, and letting it and also do its own thing. And you know, there's a lot of like experimentation and changing stuff and blah blah blah. Some of the stuff didn't carry over very well. Some of the stuff did carry over pretty well. Played at hard difficulty before, but I'm not that good at it, so it was hard. Plus, I hate the PS5 controller. Do you hate the PS5 controller? I like the PS5 controller. I think it's nice and comfortable. It's not as comfortable in my hands as an Xbox controller, but I think that's just because I've played so many Xbox games. So you say Xbox, yeah. Yeah. I feel you. I understand. PS controller's so good. Xbox is my original, so PS controllers always feel more at home. Joysticks are easier for me to reach because I have little hands. Understandable. Oh, it's hot in here. We can't stay in here for long. So this right here is why you wear the different tunics. Because now I don't have a timer, and I can be in here as long as I need to. I can't do this puzzle yet. There's a different puzzle I gotta do first. I think it's the shadow puzzle. Because there's an item that you get in this dungeon that you need to complete some of the other things. And if you do them out of order, you're fucked. I don't know. I feel pretty at home with most controllers as long as I've had a little while. As long as I've had a little while to get used to it. I'm at home with most controllers. And yeah, oh, nope, too soon. There we go. The thing that throws me off about a lot of controllers is them being like, oh, well, you know, you gotta press X. And I'm like, okay, but like, which one is X? The one you never got used to is Nintendo with the third leg. Did you mean this controller? That is a Nintendo 64 controller. That is what I originally played this game through with on my N64. Oh, first ad of the day. Well, hell yeah, brother. That means that it's finally working. It must have heard me. It must have heard me complaining about setting the ads to not be on very often, and then it doing it anyway. There we go. The Nintendo controller. This is my Dick-tendo. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with this controller. Or I don't know what they were thinking with the N64 controller. Because it's not a horrible design, but it's also like not great. It's interesting to look at more than anything else. There we go. Got the golden gauntlets. You can feel even more power coursing through your arms. And you need the golden gauntlets to be able to complete that one trial that I was just in a second ago. Der Fire Trial. Oh yeah, it's the Fire Trial. The shadow barrier is dispelled. Please save the princess. This whole underwater quest line in Forbidden West, though, and let me tell you, it makes me panic every single time I do it. Do you have this? Do you have the similar panic for underwater stuff that Mom does? Because I don't like being in water, but I don't panic when I'm doing like a water thing. Well, you've almost drowned more times than I have, I think. Oh, fuck. Oh, you bastard. Been a minute since somebody used that one. My mom used to save up for that all the time. I do recall you almost drowning because David dunked you. Because you couldn't swim. I don't know, man. Like, when you're a kid, that kind of stuff, or actually, I guess just in general, that stuff is super traumatic. Like, I also almost drowned a couple times. And it's something that sticks with you. Brain go, wah. Your brain goes, wah. It sure does. It sure says, God damn it. It sure says, wow. Oh, okay, well, I don't have to redo the puzzle. That's nice. And when you wear the hover boots, this whole section doesn't drop. Because you're technically not touching it. But I just use that, it's just me in the bedroom. That's just me when I see boobies. I'm like, wow. Mommy milkers cause the wahoos. Yep, they sure do. Oh, Naked Man. It's on repeat in my brain. Same. I enjoy the R2D2 scream, and I really like the Wilhelm scream. I also love there. So if I'm about to make a noise here in just a second, it's gonna be really loud. So if you're wearing headphones, just want to give you some warning. There's a video that I saw the other day of a guy playing with playing with a Lego TIE fighter, and he's like, "Oh, sweet, a Lego TIE fighter." and, then, and then he goes, and makes the TIE fighter noise. And just thinking about it is fucking getting me. And it's so funny, and I wish I could replicate that noise. Fuck. If I wasn't laughing, I might be able to do it. Doesn't have to be a full-on boom. Just good for some shirt nips. Same. I just like boobies. Boobs in general, man. God damn it. God damn it, Bobby. Get your dick out of Ladybird. Wait, you don't like Bobby?
Unacceptable!
DM'd you a meme about a scream in Taco Bell.
God dang it, Bobby!
God dang it, Bobby. I don't know if my hand kill sounds perfect, but I'm working on it. Oof, 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 oof. Insert time. I'm gonna have to find that. I'm gonna have to find that clip of that guy doing the TIE fighter noise, and then I'm gonna have to make it one of my sounds on the soundboard, because like it sounds fucking perfect. He's like, it's so good. I bet if I tried really hard, I bet I could do it. Okay, there's one more to do, but I'm gonna go in here and get some uppies. Yeah, here we go. This washer's been stuck in the rinse cycle for like 40 minutes. Fuck that. There's one. You ever seen the Indian guy going, look, Optimus Prime? No, I can't say I have. But I sure would like to. See a second video. Hell yeah. There we go. I ain't need no blue potions. Man, now I can't stop thinking about the TIE fighter noise. The Indian guy goes, "Oh, potatoes get the COVID-19." No, I haven't seen that. Damn it. Oh, god damn it. I can't say I can't say I've seen that one either. Oh, I gotta ditch one of my fairies. I wish I got that fourth bottle. Excuse me. Disgusting. So, like, this is the water temple, right? But, like, why is it all of ice? Because, like, the ice cavern is fun, but, like, it's not. The main thing. Oh, whoops, I think I fucked that up. Yeah, okay. So, one, I need another bottle of blue fire. Two, I fucked that up. So let me grab this bottle of blue fire. Yeah. It's literally this, run up the stairs, and fight Ganondorf, and then I'm done with the game. Okay. So let's push this one that way. And then this one this way. Yeah, there we go. And then this one. So it slides across. And then here. It's like one of them Pokemon puzzles. I like that the timer doesn't go while it forces you to not move. That's a really nice little piece of design. And you got your little megaton hammer. Open that dealy deal there. Do me a little run. And that's it. You don't use the Zora tunic. You don't use the iron boots. It's super weird. Whoop. The water barrier's dispelled. Take my fish tits. And you're like, I'm sorry? Yeah. I really like his little design here on the front of the tower. I think it's real neat. Okay. Now, I'll go re-up my fairies. One of you sells arrows, don't you? Is it you? Green potion. No, I don't want that. Bombs. No, I don't want those. Arrows. Yeah. That's what I wanted. And that other guy can fuck off. Okay, we're going to go light arrow on the bottom. That over there. Put my red potion up. Nice. Ganondorf's not a particularly hard fight, but if you do it out of order, you'll fuck it up and die. So you just got to be careful. And then there's the run down the tower, which I'm not super into, but you know. Hooray! It's very cinematic. You go up the spooky stairs, into the spooky rooms. Personally, I think it would have been, it doesn't happen, but I think it would have been really interesting if Dark Link had made a reappearance in Ganon's Tower. But alas, he does not. Oh, no, it just stuns him. Okay. Certain enemies, when you shoot them with a light arrow, it kills them in one hit. Come here, you. And then other enemies, it doesn't for some reason. I also don't know why this temple has a boss key. And then why it's here. And then you fight two Knuckles at the same time. Or it can be at the same time. Ouch. Nope. Whoops. This is why we took two fairies. I didn't backflip fast enough. Yeah, my man's drops an absolute piss missile. Boop. 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 Whoops. Okay, there's that one. You drop any hearts? Doing some chops. Usually fight them if they attack you and jump dash and backflip right after. Oh, I'm absolutely certain that there are easier ways to fight them. 100% certain there are easier ways to fight them. All right, here we go. Now, this is the last place that you can gear up. Some of those. Then we just go. Imagine playing this as a kid. You do all this fighting through all the dungeons, and then you go running up the tower at the end. You hear the organ music in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that on stream. And it just builds and builds as you run up the tower. Until finally... No, church, I don't want to go. You can't make me. He's been playing organ for like 4 hours. He doesn't know how to read music. He's just been banging. He played chopsticks for like 4.5 hours. Link will return to his original worship as intended. Yeah, I kind of wish that you could get the original, like shield that has like the cross on it. Have you seen the Game Grumps School of them meeting Zelda? Dog, which one? Because I really enjoy the Game Grumps. And it's like you're expecting this like really deep masculine voice, and he's like, and now finally all the Triforce parts are gathered here. And you're like, Ganondorf? Yeah, that's right. These toys are too much for you. I command you to return them to me. Oh, you fucking cunt. Smoogle, I can't help you because of the waves of darkness. He's an Aussie because it's just the first... the first accent that I did. First one I could think of. Ouch. I love that for me. It's so funny. Hell yeah. It is funny. I agree. Pardon me, sir. I agree wholeheartedly. All right, come here, you. Tennis. Oh, damn. I fucked that up. Guess you can send YouTube links in here. Probably a good reason. Oh, yeah. My auto mod is set up to make hyperlinks not come up in chat. Because I've had issues with bots and sometimes real people spamming links in chat. Which sucks, because like it would be really nice for people to be able to send links and to let people click stuff. But if I was a bigger channel with like hundreds of people watching, I probably wouldn't worry about it, because like the number of messages would blank out the hyperlinks. But I don't know. Oh my god, you're not using the Boner Fart stream package? It's true, I'm not using the Boner Fart stream package. I tried Boner Fart, but I think I prefer the Piss Willow stream package, honestly. Whoops, I swung too soon. don't mind me. Tennis. 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 Oh, fuck. Again, too soon. Fuck. Did it change speed, or am I just stupid? I'm just stupid. Damn it, I missed. And then you go, yeah. Just start a Pal World and it's telling you to beat a creature and then capture it. Yeah, that's what I hear. They give you like the Ooga Booga Bonk stick. Tennis. Oh, did you finally get it, Ren? You finally get Pal World? Okay. Phase 1. Captured a bunch of people, now have actual slaves working on my base. It's given from a friend of Steam. I'd have no lifed it since. Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear. Fortnite, Craftopia, and Pokemon. Yeah, I've heard that that people really are enjoying it. I also saw there's a glitch when you throw a Pal Sphere at something, and while it's capturing it, if you climb on top of the Pal Sphere, it'll launch you into the air, like thousands of feet. Comparing his Arc and Pokemon. I'll have to check it out. It's on Game Pass, so I might as well give it a shot before Nintendo takes it down for copyright infringement. The game is broken to hell. I've climbed into the map multiple times on accident. Smoogle, listen to me. This tower will collapse soon. With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us in the ruins of the tower. We need to hurry and escape. Please follow me. Yeah, all right. Now, see, fighting Ganondorf was not the hard part for me as a kid. It's this part. The frames drop, and this not only is happening on my emulator, but it's also happening. It's also happened on my N64. The game code just does not like handling this section. Nintendo's announced they plan to sue. From what I've seen, they don't have any way to win since they didn't use any of their IP. But Nintendo owns the courts in Japan, so who knows? I don't know. If the only way that Nintendo would be able to make it, like to make a case, is if they can prove that they use their code. Where'd you go? Oh, there. Come on, mama. I'm right behind you, girl. Yeah, like what even are frames, right? Yeah, if the devs of Pal World were dumb enough to use actual Nintendo code, then it'll they'll lose their case. But if they just made it look mostly like Pokemon, then there's nothing Nintendo can do. I haven't seen any of the interviews with them. They didn't use Nintendo code because they had to teach themselves to code on Unity. Then Unity did that charge by download, so they swapped to Unreal. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna fall. Come on, Zelda. The fuck out of my way, girl. Did Unity still decide to do the charge by download? I wasn't sure if they had decided against doing that fully. Come here, you. Come on. Nice. It's all text-based and it's hilarious because CEO is a crypto bro, has no clue what he's doing, wanted to make a game that's fun with millions he made off crypto. The main code is a high schooler they found working at a gas station. It was probably better in the long run, let's be honest. You need to drop that, but only after they lost like 70% of their clients. That's what I had heard, was that most of the people that were doing, or that were using Unity were like, charged by download? Fuck you. Including the giant devs that use Unity. Since it was charged by download, like it was like going to cost them thousands and thousands of dollars. Unless you plan to make your own engine, there's no reason not to use Unreal. Sorry, I'm trying to escape a crumbling tower while I'm reading chat. Unless you plan to make your own game engine, there's no reason to not use Unreal. Too easy to learn and mod. And Epic takes less per game than Steam does from listing it on the Steam store. I've heard that too. Zelda, hurry up. You gorgeous blonde bitch. That's not even becoming an Epic partner, which is just a base fee instead of royalties. Yeah, but I don't know what it is about Steam. I don't know why Steam does so much better than the other companies do. I wonder if it's just because they've been around so long. Like what is Gabe and company? What are they doing better than other groups? UI and Marketplace Workshop, and that's it. Yeah, so like they're not even doing much that other people aren't doing. I don't know. I personally, I use they'll literally sell anything. I use Steam and Epic, so I don't really have a camp in either boat. I just use Steam because like that's what everybody else has been using for so long, and other people have like built up libraries and shit, I guess. I don't know. There's software barely more, and it looks better and run better, so the fan base is rabid. You know, and then I don't know. I don't really have a horse in that camp. I am, however, the horse that I do have in any camp is I'm really fucking irritated that I have to have so many fucking launchers, because it's like I want a universal launcher. You download the game, it plays through universal launcher, and everything works on that. That's all I want. Use all the launchers wherever games are cheaper. Ubisoft, Steam, Epic, and Blizzard. Dude, I've been playing the. Speaking of Blizzard, I've been playing the shit out of Hearthstone lately. On the Blizzard launcher. Because fucking Warcraft used to be fun, and now I just really like playing their card game. He's not quite dead. Sir, there's been a second phase. Remember, Ocarina of Time was the first game to have a boss that had 2 phases. And then you lose the Master Sword. There's no way he's going to hold me back again. This time we fight together. Yeah, you like that joke? You're welcome. So you blind him. Twerk at him. You blind him, and then you go, "Not my rainbow tail," and you smash that shit with a fucking giant hammer. Yeah. Shasha. It's not exactly the Margit boss fight from Elden Ring. But for 98, it was like, oh my god. I love this version of Ganondorf, the cloven hooves and the demony. I agree. And this right here is what Smoogle, the Master Sword is here. Hurry up. This Ganondorf is what they haven't been able to like recapture. Like the Calamity Ganon is like interesting, but it's not Don't mind me, don't mind me, don't mind me. Smoogle, my weak little bitch arms can't lift shit. It's like, Zelda is perfect. You don't have to... You don't have to call her out on her bullshit. She's a beautiful princess, and I love her. Bruh. There we go. There we go. And he's like, oh no, oh, not the giant piss beam. Same, I just hear dragging it strangling in my head. Use my power to hold the evil king. Use your sword and deliver the final blow. Or if it's a sweaty dress all torn. This thing's a lightsaber. And then you get right up on him and go, Shah, 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 fuck. Right down that fucking throat. Throat goat Ganondorf. 6 sages now. Throat goat Nancy Reagan. Ancient creators of Hyrule. Now open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of darkness into the void of the evil realm. They go, Increase the game audio slightly. Yo! Curse you, Zelda! Curse you, sages! Curse you, Smoogle. Someday, when the seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants! I have to listen to this fucking Gregorian chanting for the next century. As long as the Triforce of Power is in my hand. Which leads directly into Wind Waker. Because this Ganondorf is the Wind Waker who comes out of the darkness and floods the world. Because this Link leaves to go look for Navi, the fairy, and then he's not around to defeat Ganondorf. Thank you, Smoogle. Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. Thus, peace will once again reign in this world. For a time. This is the game that branches the timelines. Yes, it is. All the tragedy that has befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young, I could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the sacred realm. I dragged you into it too. A royal taking responsibility? Now it is time for me to make up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the door of time. But I like this sword. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed. One where he wins, one where he loses, and one where he never showed up. Exactly, yeah. And then it branches into the 3 timelines. Smoogle, give the Ocarina to me. Big oops. Teehee. As a sage, I can return you to your original time with it. I've had my mouth all over. I haven't washed it in weeks. You sure you want this? And she's like, oh, maybe not. Your big masculine hands. When peace returns to Hyrule, it will be time for us to say goodbye. Now go home, Smoogle. Regain your lost time. Home, where you're supposed to be. The way you're supposed to be. Cutting a rug over here. Busting a move. Thank you, Smoogle. Goodbye. And that's it. Oh, now the emulator is going to try to collapse. That is The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. You'd be thinking the mission will shut down now. Yeah. Thanks, man. It was a lot of fun coming back into the vanilla run after doing the randomizers. I'll probably still do a couple randomizers off and on, but I'm not going to do. I'm not just going to dedicate myself to them. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to. I'm gonna play something. Play something tomorrow. Because I'm not quite done with my talking points for the D&D stream, so I'll do that. Either Sunday or Monday will be the D&D stream, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had some nice deep conversations. I got to show off my non-speedrunner, but still skilled skills. Just the skills of somebody who enjoys playing this game not the skills of somebody who's trying to complete it as fast as possible. Ooh, yeah, look at those frames. Oof. I think there's going to be some more Zelda in the future. I've been thinking about playing A Link to the Past because I really love A Link to the Past. It's a really fun game. I've also been thinking about continuing my Oblivion playthrough, and I've been thinking about playing some of the Souls games. And we'll just see, where the road takes us. And yeah. I hope that you enjoyed watching. If you are in chat and haven't followed, consider following. Every follow helps. I'm hoping to eventually get my channel big enough to become a Wendy's shill, and get a sponsorship from Wendy's. And yeah, just let me know what you want to see, what you're interested in. I take requests. I enjoy playing games people want to see, as well as just playing games in general. So yeah, if the frames hadn't dropped off horribly, we'd be pretty much at the end of the credits by this point. But I think that the emulator just cannot handle the cutscenes. I've been playing other emulated games because I'm playing the GameCube emulated version of this game. And on the other GameCube games, the cutscenes do not render correctly. So I will. You have a good day too, Ren. I appreciate you showing up. But you guys take it easy, but take it. Never sub. Never donate. Because you shouldn't support streamers. You should make corporations do it. So you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. I love you.